There was once a young man named Cassius, a Roman merchant who lived in a bustling city full of noise, greed, and endless arguments. Every day, he found himself losing his temper when customers cheated him, when friends gossiped, or when life didn't go his way. One afternoon, after a heated argument in the market, an old philosopher approached him. His name was Gaius, a quiet Stoic who was known for his calmness. Cassius, still angry, shouted, "How can you stay so peaceful when the world is so unfair?" Gaius smiled and replied, "Because I do not expect the world to be fair. I only expect myself to be wise." Those words struck Cassius deeply. For weeks, he began visiting Gaius daily. The old man taught him that anger is never caused by what others do, but by how we interpret their actions. "You cannot control the storm," he said, "but you can control the sail." Gaius explained the Stoic principle dichotomy of control. Some things are in our hands, like our reactions, choices, and thoughts, and others are not, like people's opinions, insults, or outcomes. Once Cassius understood this, he began to practice it daily. When someone insulted him, he paused and asked himself, "Is this within my control?" If not, he smiled and moved on. When business was slow, he reminded himself, "I cannot command fortune, but I can command effort." Slowly, his anger began to dissolve. One evening, while walking home, he saw two men fighting violently in the street. A year ago, he might have joined in or shouted at them, but now he felt only understanding. He realized people often act out of ignorance, fear, or pain, and none of that needed to touch his peace. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." Cassius finally understood that calmness was not weakness. It was mastery. Years later, people called him the unshaken merchant. When others panicked, he stayed grounded. When insulted, he replied with silence. And when fortune turned against him, he saw it as a lesson, not a punishment. His peace came not from escaping the world, but from mastering his inner world. And so, Cassius lived by one unbreakable rule of Stoicism. No one can make you angry unless you give them permission.